Who goes there? Are you here to see the children? Oh, my sweet babies. I lost them. I lost them all before they even got here. They scattered, poor things, like dandelions in the wind. My little flowers, they're all gone. Met their grim fates within these castle walls. They die and die at the hands of those who should have loved them, or through their neglect. Poor little things. They deserved so much better. After all, they were barely more than blood on our sister's white sheets. The Queen. She wants nothing to do with me. I failed her so terribly that she no longer wishes to see me. I've fallen so far from her good graces. But I will make it right. You'll see. I just need the children here, safe and sound. Maybe when she sees them, even as they are, she will love them just as much as I do. They are here because I wished for them so desperately. I hoped my sister would be happy. But you cannot force something that was never meant to be. Yet I tried, and tried, and tried. Now they haunt my dreams and waking hours, while the Queen has forgotten she ever carried them under her heart. No, no, I swear they are here. They are all here. Our little princes and princesses. They never were, and never will be. Yet they give me no rest. Last night, I dreamt of our brave Wieland pierced by 100 arrows. 2 nights before, he was swallowed by the water. He never left his mother's womb, yet he calls to me always. But I cannot find him. So I write. I write when he last showed himself to me, so I'd know, so I could go to him if I ever had a moment of peace. Really? You'd do that? And you won't hurt them, will you? Please, I cannot bear to hear their cries anymore. I need them close, so I can watch over them as I was meant to. If I could keep that one promise I made to my sister, perhaps then I could finally know peace. Let me think. Romeo, the Crown Prince, loved to stand on the balcony, gazing down at the gardens, watching the legacy that will never come to be. Little Noah, covered in blood. His mother would wash him again and again, scrubbing endlessly. It feels like he rarely leaves the bathtub. Oh, and Hugo, such a sweet child, sleeping soundly in his cot, sleeping and sleeping, always and forever. He has his favorite lullaby.
Why did you kill me? I didn't want to. I didn't want to be like that. Mom, she used to call me Little Fish sometimes, when she was in a good mood. But when she wasn't, she'd call me Bastard, Misfortune, or Mistake. Once, during a bath, I cried that the water was too hot. So she pushed me fully underwater and held me there until I learned. After that, the water was always cold. Mama is the most important one. She controls everything. Everything rests on her shoulders. I can't disturb her. Father is the king, and usually just sits on the throne. Mama always said he was busy, but he just sits there. Then I was here, sitting in the water, and I never cried again.
He's gone. Young Prince Renard. Oh, by the gods, lost for good this time. The midwife will wring my neck with her bare hands. I can't. No, I won't go back to her like this. And the queen, she'll do worse. Much worse. Have you ever seen her angry? Hopefully not. She has ways. Cruel ways. The lash is the kindest punishment among all of them. My favorite. Oh, yes, of course. Straight into the void. He stood there for a long while, just staring into the well, and then he was gone. He just stepped in like it was the most natural thing in the world. Oh, surely you don't mean to. Oh, may the gods watch over you. Or, no, wait. Better they don't look upon someone heading into a place like that. They might feel disgusted. But I wish you luck. Remember, everything you do is being judged.
Did the midwife send you? Or was it that coward who's supposed to be keeping me under their heel? The firstborn of the king and queen. A proper little princeling. Almost grown, though life has never tested me thanks to the comfort I was raised in. Which is why I'm full of whims. Why I think only of trivialities. Why I'm just a gilded youth, unable to appreciate what I have. I won't bother listing every one of my vices. Don't take it personally. You're not that special. Nobody is. I just wanted you to leave me alone, but as always, everything in this house proves hopelessly useless. Any form of service, flawed and feeble. They lack competence. Next time, I'll find a deeper despair and an emptier void to hide in. Mother won't be pleased with how miserably the court servants perform their duties. She never handled disobedience well. Well then, we can skip pedagogical lectures, as I know you'll force me to return at the end. And later, I'll try to run away again. Of all my mother's obsessions, control is her greatest. Everything must bend to her will. That's why I take so much pleasure in defying her. Poor father, letting her trample him like that. It seems a crown on a man's head weighs him down and dulls his mind. The charms of power. They say I take after him. Look closely, and you'll see all you need to know. How pitiful I must be then. Above? What above? There's nothing there either. Here, emptiness turns into more emptiness. Nothing begins, nothing ends. The same, over and over again. I'll tell you something. This place, all this darkness and silence, is no different from what awaits us in the gardens, the halls, or the chambers. Spare yourself the trouble. You don't have to drag me by the hand. I know the way back. The Queen's little lapdog. Phew.
You found the young master. Joy, such great joy. I owe you a debt or two. We simple folk, we must stick together. Here, take this. I hope it serves you well.
They are here. All of them. My sweet little petals. I'm so sorry. I should have tried so hard to bring you into this world. But maybe now we can set you free. You will help us, won't you, stranger? Fate has made a mockery of us all. Our deepest desires have been laid bare, twisted into instruments of our torment. Take these poor little creatures. No place in this world, yet they are forced into it and out of it, again and again. But our sister wished for them, and here, her word is the only law. My sister's reign must end. It's brought us horror upon horror, all because of her fear and obsession. She thought she could forge fate with power, but she was wrong. Fate is inevitable, and the one she claimed was never hers to begin with. Yet we are the ones who suffer the most.
Pause. No, not pause. Pause in the letters. The letters to Bors, to beloved. These, all of them, I write. Letters to beloved Bors, I write. I write only letters to Bors, to beloved. Yours, Claire. Sister has a tablet. Once she had it. Once, sister. In Sagramor's arms. Once, me in Bor's arms. Forever. Yours, Claire. I write. Once upon a time, there lived a young maiden named Claire. She had 2 sisters, and together they resided in a resplendent castle within a land untouched by the cruelty of time. In this unchanging realm, there was neither the sorrow of endings nor the joy of beginnings. No sunrises, no sunsets, and no seasons to mark the days. Such was the design of the eldest sister, whose insatiable hunger for control bound the kingdom in eternal stillness. She hoarded love and devotion as a dragon hoards treasure. Yet for all her power, her heart remained empty, cursed to feel nothing for eternity. Claire, the youngest and gentlest of the sisters, moved quietly through the cold, unchanging halls. Her beauty was, too, untouched by age or hardship. Yet unlike her sisters, Claire possessed a secret, a flicker of defiance against the curse that gripped their land. Her heart remained free, protected by a force beyond even her eldest sister's reach. True love. This love bound her to a noble young man named Bors, whose memory was her light in the kingdom's shadow, though torn apart by dark magic. Claire refused to surrender to despair. She knew that giving up hope would mean losing herself entirely, succumbing to the same cold emptiness that claimed her sisters. So she endured, her heart steadfast in its belief that love could shatter even the darkest of spells, and that one day, somehow, she and Bors would reunite. It was the height of summer when young Bors first laid eyes on the maiden of his heart. Working in the fields, his skin bronzed by the sun, he paused as the sound of hooves drew near. A lone maiden approached, her hair shimmering like spun gold, her cheeks rosy and her waist snugly drawn into a spring green corset. While the other peasants bowed their heads, Bors stared unabashedly. Sensing his gaze, the maiden turned sharply, startling her steed. The horse reared and she tumbled from the saddle, straight into Bors's waiting arms. Their eyes met. And in that instant, the maiden felt herself lost. A warmth bloomed upon her cheeks. But a deep foreboding stirred in her stomach, for she knew there would never be another man who could claim her heart so completely. From that day forward, she rode past the fields daily, offering Bors water and sharing quiet moments beneath the shade of a willow tree. Days stretched into nights, and the two surrendered to love. But one day, as the maiden passed the field, her beloved Bors was nowhere to be found. She waited beneath the willow until darkness fell and reluctantly returned to the castle. The next day, and the one after that, she returned. But Bors never did. Summer turned to autumn, and the maiden ceased her rides. She withdrew into the shadowed stillness of her tower, her heart heavy with unending sorrow. Unbeknownst to her, Bors's bones lay bleached and brittle beneath the sun, hidden in the very field where their love had bloomed. For in Sagramor's kingdom, no crime was graver nor punishment swifter than love. Long ago, there lived a maiden named Claire, fair of face and gentle of heart, cursed by her cruel sister to remain imprisoned in a high tower, forbidden to step beyond its walls or look out of the window. She spent her days weaving a tapestry of the outside world, a world she could glimpse only through the reflection in an enchanted mirror. Yet Claire dared not lift her eyes from the loom, for the curse was absolute. If she ever stopped her weaving to gaze out the window herself, the fragile thread of her life would snap. One day, the mirror revealed a grand procession on the road below. Among them rode a knight clad in gleaming silver armor, a sapphire cape following behind him. His warm eyes and copper hair struck Claire's heart with longing. Unable to resist, she rose and stepped toward the window for a glimpse of the gallant knight. The moment she moved, a terrible pain gripped her chest and the mirror shattered. Claire, knowing the curse had claimed her, fled the tower. She reached the road just as the procession passed, grasped the knight's cape, and collapsed. Sir Bors turned a sudden tug, leapt from his horse and caught her. Her breath grew faint, and she whispered, "Do not grieve, for I am glad to have seen you, my knight." With those words, her spirit departed. Sir Bors wept bitterly, for never had he seen a maiden of such beauty and grace. His heart swelled with both joy and despair, for he knew he would never again love another as he loved the fair and cursed maiden, Claire. In the days of King Sagramor, there lived Bors, a wandering minstrel whose songs were famed for their beauty and sorrow. Among his melodies was one that bore the weight of his heart, the ballad of a lady named Claire. Claire, a noblewoman of unmatched grace, had been betrayed by her jealous sister, who sold her to a rival lord for power, locked in a distant tower. Her pleas for rescue went unheard. But Bors, who had once sung for her in her father's court and fallen deeply in love, learned of her plight and vowed to save her. He journeyed to the castle where she was held and sang beneath its mist-shrouded walls each night, hoping she might hear him. At last, a faint voice joined his song. Claire, her spirit unbroken despite her captivity, determined, Bors devised a daring plan. Each evening he sang in the hall, lulling the court into an enchanted trance. When the moment was right, he slipped away to free Claire. Together they fled through shadowed halls, hearts pounding with hope. But as they reached the forest edge, disaster struck. The alarm was raised, and the guards gave chase. Armed only with his lute, Bors faced the guards to protect Claire. In the struggle, he was struck down, his body falling beside his broken lute. Claire was dragged back to the castle, her heart forever bound to the minstrel who had died for her. I was writing something important. Do you know what it was? Yes, Bors, my former lover. I have fond memories of him. Really? Perhaps that was true once. I longed for my own Sagramore. I craved love, true love. A beloved, not a dog. My dearest Bors, I'm sorry. My sister. I have 2 sisters, one older and another the eldest. She's the caregiver. She nurtures, she helps, she tries. She wanted Sagramore. She wanted the crown. She has everything except love. She has no desire for love. She wants to rule. Love is not necessary. Power is. Fear is. She does. She holds the power of the men here. She has everything. It's at the very top, above all else. To see everything. To hear everything. Here, you've read these notes on the stacks of paper. My handwriting. I must have written them, yes. Strange. No, I'm sorry. Enough. She sees all, hears all. Her arms are long. They're everywhere. Go now, go.
Hello again, my lady. Are you ready for your audience with the King and Queen? Nobody knows. The King and Queen haven't granted an audience to anyone in years. All these poor, lost souls will never get their turn. Only Stygander and I are aware of the passage of time. The rest are stuck, frozen in the moment. But we're not allowed in the throne room, so we have no idea what's going on with the King and Queen. If I were you, I'd be sure to mind your manners and follow every order, for your own safety. Ah, I see you're trying to coax a little gossip out of me. I appreciate the effort. You're the only one around here who can hold a normal conversation. Not many people know that the 3 sisters are Bandrui, female druids. Interesting, isn't it? Not all druids allow women to engage in their noble profession. They didn't care, though. They did their work, and they did it well. One day, they delivered a prophecy to Sagramore, telling him he was destined to be the next King Arthur. Our king took their words to heart, and made one of them his queen. The other sisters helped the queen maintain the kingdom in its current state. It's not for me to say whether it's right or not. I know my place and the role I've been given. As you wish. Here is the most precious of all keys. It will open the doors leading to the throne room. Oh, and you might have an occasion to see the royal chapel. Please, don't forget us. Damned for all eternity.
chosen to extend you an invitation to speak. But first, you must let me show you something beautiful. The mycelium. Do you agree? My role in all of this is insignificant. I am but a small part of a greater whole. I am not the one who can give you that insight. You will learn everything during the conversation. I promise that nothing will be hidden from you. Splendid. Your arrival brings me joy. It means this place might have a better future. Welcome. A true natural order, balance, death and life. We have lived together since the dawn of time. Regardless of the decision you make, I will still be, in one form or another. Your arrival has sparked real change in this place. For the first time in centuries, I have no doubt this change will only deepen. But I want you to understand what you will bring about. The curse of this place will be lifted. However, with its disappearance, all the inhabitants of this place will die, against their will. There is, however, an alternative. You will go to my home, the place that is my core, and you will take a part of me. When the time is right, you will place me within the body of the unfulfilled King Sagramor. I will take control of this place through the bodies of the royal couple. This is the only way it can be done. The king and queen are inextricably linked to the origin, the present, and the potential future of this place. They must have a part in this. My growth will be slow, but eventually I will encompass everyone. The new kingdom will be a common good. I cannot force this decision upon you. I am not able to threaten you, nor do I wish to. But after you complete your task, this place will die with all its inhabitants. That is all. No more, no less. So then, what is your choice? There will be no other opportunity for this conversation. I don't want to strain Sir Stegander's body for too long. Ah, the faithful penitent. We were fortunate to cross paths. He found peace and was able to partially come to terms with his fate by attuning himself to me. As for me, I gained this vessel through which we can converse. We helped each other greatly. Wonderful. When the moment comes, plant us within the king's breast. Let him finally rest. We shall take this place. Thank you, on behalf of the inhabitants of this place.
wound your queen so cruelly? Why did you refuse to simply bow? You could have served me for eternity. Wouldn't that have been beautiful?
Gone, is she? Gone from one eternity straight into another. Oh, how I wish we'd had one more day. A proper one. Marked by the sun setting on us forever. Once, I dreaded it. The relentless passage of time. And now, all that's left is tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools. The way to dusty death. Fear not, till mushrooms take the place of your heart, and now mushrooms grow in my chest. The king is dead. Long live the king! Now it all ends. The lofty dream, the endless torment, and the fruits of our vanity. What we leave behind is a monument to our own foolishness. There will be no legends told of this place, for it is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. And this is for you, the reason for your visit to this cursed court. You may leave now. Your audience is over. No one. This body, our body, the body of all.
Hold your ground, men. You're out of your depth. 'Tis but a scratch. You're out of your depth. Such a cheap shot. I see fear in your eyes. I'll strike you down! Back to your hovel, coward! disturb my peace! You'll pay for that insult! Show me what you are made of! Show me what you are made of! Back to your hovel, coward!
Now, of course, we need to head to the Menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, the ritual has the best chance of success if we perform it after nightfall. No time to lose. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll rid our lands of this Camelot scum. Now I need to prepare myself, but I'll be waiting for you by the Menhir after nightfall.
gate's blocked. We couldn't open it even if we wanted to.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Good. I'll await you.
I'll await your... Spare a coin for the hungry.
I'm an outcast. Exile.
You're here. Speak your piece or let me work. So the job's done? And here I was, ready to send out a search party. You are full of surprises, which is more than I can say for most of the folks around here. Wow, look at you. You've done everything I asked. Hunted down Croakmore, collected Morroghast shells, and even more in between. Must have kept you quite busy, right? You know, sometimes I feel a bit odd posting all these tasks. They can seem pointless, running back and forth, fetching this and that. But some people, they just need something to keep their hands busy and their minds off darker thoughts. Keeps them from getting underfoot, or doing something reckless. Good to know you're one of those who can handle it. Keeps things running smoothly around here. So, good job, I suppose. Now don't let it go to your head. There's always more to be done, and I'm sure I'll have another task for you soon enough. You just can't get... Are you really that desperate for me to send you crawling through some old tunnels again? Or is... Well, you know me. I'm a reasonable woman. I'm sure we can figure something out. Why don't you meet me in my tent after I finish up here? We can both make sure we walk away satisfied. Now, is there something else you needed? Well then, at least I'll have something to look forward to. You're here. Speak your piece or let me work. I'm Shine, quartermaster of Camelot's Legion here in Connacht. My job is making sure this Legion doesn't fall apart from lack or neglect. A thankless job, let me assure you. Legate Denholm runs the show here, and I make sure his boots are on solid ground. He's got a head for strategy and a heart for politics. He dreams of dragging Connacht out of the muck and into Camelot's arms. I just keep the wheels greased, so his grand plans don't grind to a halt. My story? Huh. It's locked up tighter than our armory and just about as useful to you. Focus on what you need to do, not on digging up dirt. Born and raised, yeah. My family has an estate in the country, but I never liked going there. All that space and nothing to do. Not even a good tavern in sight. I don't know how people live like that. A military family, dating back to the Age of Conquest. My father's a general, his father was one too, and my grandfather, yeah, you get the gist. Technically we're nobility, but I've never felt like it. And I'm no good in ballrooms. Joining up seemed only logical. There aren't. It's a tough life, you know? Most women aren't built for it. That I can't, but what passes for entertainment here just makes me want to leave this shithole and never look back. Can't wait for the order to march out. You came, and here I thought you'd wuss out. Now make yourself comfortable. It's not the peak of luxury, but at least I don't have to share with anyone. Oh, cried myself to sleep, obviously. Fortunately, I've found myself someone who's known for never backing down. I am ever so glad I avoided such crushing disappointment. Complained to Denholm. He doesn't want us getting too cozy, so the tent is all we get. Even him. Don't worry, we've all been living on top of each other so long, we've seen and heard it all. No one even bats an eye anymore. You don't beat around the bush, do you? Good. I wasn't planning to waste time talking anyway. Hey, good to see you. Everything all right? Sorry for leaving like that, but you were out cold. Didn't have the heart to wake you. Didn't think I'd wear you out that much, honestly. Anyway, thanks. Had a good time. Yeah, I could tell. But I'm glad. I'd hate to disappoint. Look, don't get me wrong, you're nice enough, but I'm not one for repeats. I don't mind warding off boredom with someone now and then, but I'd rather not make it a regular thing. You understand, right? Great. That's a relief. I'm sure we'll still bump into each other. No need for things to get awkward. Now, is there anything you needed?
I am an outcast, exiled from my home by the Red Death. My struggle continues on the holy island of Avalon. When you hear the word, follow it. Set an
It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Hey?
You need something?
Live once more. This changes everything. The people of Cornart will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure.
The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Mynheer belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Connacht, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Connacht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the Mynheer as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. You see, here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own ancient laws against them. No one can dissuade the Seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield, or on it. It also ensures the people of Connacht have the right to remain on their land until I am back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all. I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time I follow in the footsteps of my noble ancestors and do what must be done. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if by some miracle we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law, and the Mynheer would remain untouched. By Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Connacht is enough for me. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Mynheer is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Connacht. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons. And I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Connacht.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Hello again.
It was.
So,
Besides,
I know I am the
of you are and
not such.
what? There it.
You heard what Denholm's once. People like an I can't otherwise. No, it also. I don't. If the, and if by kept, I would opt. Then you must think and. Do you? What new?
Stay quiet. Stay safe. Just passing through? Good.
Eyes forward and mind your step.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission. May the All-Mother watch over you.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. It was only in the morning that I found him. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. For a while. I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer. Until one day, he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know what's wrong with him either. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants to. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him. What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from here. Beor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar, oh no. Hell knows what happened there. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened. But I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask me. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then either. I only cared that Beor was alive. Unless Bayor gets better, I'm not opening the forge. Let alone thinking about any expeditions.
Prepare for battle. I'll strike you down. I'll strike you down. I see fear in your eyes. I see fear in your eyes. I'll strike you down. I've had worse. Such a cheap shot. Your armor won't save you. You are nothing but a... blow for blow. 'Tis just a flesh wound. I've had worse.
Bayor, is that you? But you broke mine. Come closer. Hug me. I want to feel the warmth of your body.